move this to the side. All right, we should be live.
Let's have a look. I'm gonna open my YouTube as well.
Yeah, I've got it open. It says live, so we should be live.
Perfect.
Let's see. All right, got the chat. Can you guys see us, hear us, feel us, love us? It's so live. Wait, it still doesn't say anything. Okay, no. It's weird. Okay, okay. I see us. Okay, and I hear us. Okay. Yeah, I think we should be good. Should be good. Should be good. Let me just
Brilliant.
type a comment, guys. Let us know if you can hear us, see us. Guys, let's dive in the chat. It should be all good. Let me type on the Discord that we're live. All right. Is this like pretty chill out there? Good weather, chill.
In London, bro, it's all right. It's been quite warm, bro. Like this last few days. I mean, it's typical for London, isn't it, and for the UK. So the last
I
few
guess.
days have been super hot. Like, well, I say super hot, like 28, 29 degrees centigrade in the middle of the day. So yeah, quite warm, man. But otherwise, it's been the evenings are quite mild. But it looks like the autumn season is coming in, bro. Because in the evenings it starts to get a bit chilly when it's windy.
Sure.
So I'm looking out. Sorry, the reason I keep looking that way is because I'm looking out the window at the moment. But yeah,
You never know. It starts raining. Isn't
bro.
that how the UK works?
Yeah, no, the weather is, bro. The UK weather is just it's just mad, bro. It's just mad. It's very unpredictable. You can't plan anything. So like during the summers, I just do if I'm doing holidays, I just go abroad. Otherwise, I can't be bothered.
Yeah.
From two to
Promptus on. Yeah, Promptus here. Hi, man. Good to see you finally. It's been too busy for me. Just
how
didn't have.
was your how was your how's your stuff going, bro? You're finished up now with all the studying and everything?
That's what it looks like. So yeah, as I said, I mean, don't really talk too much. I don't want to bore you guys, but yeah, I finally passed my last exam. And just gotta, when you actually need to graduate, over here you gotta fill out so many paperwork. It's unbelievable. And yeah, it I should be officially graduated mid September. Finally,
That
yeah.
sounds amazing. Bro. That sounds amazing.
But
Well done.
that's the beginning of a journey, because then onto my master, and then God only knows what's gonna happen next. But yeah, one step at a time.
So is it just going to be masters, or are you going to do anything in between and just straight back into academia?
Yeah, it's a so here we have a it's a bit different than what like the UK and some other parts of the world have. They usually have a one year master in science. Here we have a
Hmm.
2 year master's in science. So it's basically a 2 year program. You do the first year, it's whole lectures, classes. And then the second year is, you got a couple classes, and then it's highly focused on your thesis, on your dissertation,
Okay.
because it's a big part. So you got to write something. I don't want to say groundbreaking, but it's got to be pretty good. It's got to be pretty
It's
good.
got to be original.
Yeah, yeah. You passed. Yeah, the failed exam. Yeah, was the first time. But I mean, I passed exam. I lost subscribers. Which one is better? I don't know. Um. All right. All
Man.
right. So, well, one thing I want to get started with is I got two questions. Let's see. Now, the first one is, what's the most recent purchase you've done?
I knew you were going to ask that question. I preempted it, so I've got it here. I don't want to dox myself. Not at the moment anyway, but I have this package
All right.
from the. I'm going to show you from where. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that because my address is on there.
All right.
I'm going to set this box down here.
Okay.
And
So that's the label. So it looks like is that graded cards?
no, 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 no. This is from the.
Oh, the PC.
And it's not a big purchase. It was a purchase that I made so that I could get the coin, the promo coin.
Okay. Yeah.
And what I got was one,
Bill and Battle. Yeah.
two, and three.
Three.
So
Oh,
these are sealed. Like I don't know, I don't really invest like in these things, but I
facility.
think they're not bad value, man. It's like $20, £20 for 4 packs.
Yeah.
There's a stamped promo in them. You don't know what it is. It could be anyone. I am after the Gengar. I believe they've got a Gengar promo, which I really want. So these are kind of like sit somewhere in the middle of. You could call them and invest because I wouldn't collect these. Like this is not even
Yeah.
like. I mean, they do display nicely because of the colors. It's got the Giratina on it and stuff. But like, I mean, do
Oh
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like
How many packs does it come with?
just 4 packs.
Well, yeah.
So we've got 4 Lost Origin packs. I mean, so these are potentially investments, but like there is the absolute, I wouldn't say absolute, but very high likelihood that if I get itchy fingers and I get twitchy, I might just open them and
You
then
might join.
I won't feel terrible about them. But I did get the coin. Let me show you. Um,
Does
you've got
does that
the
sell good
Pikachu.
in the secondary market?
I haven't looked. I haven't looked, bro. This I literally it was available free. It popped up on the Pokemon Center. Actually, what happened was the way how I found out about the coin was a subscriber of mine um, messaged me because I put out a post on Instagram to say go and grab your Worlds 2020. I showed the Worlds 2024 promo. Um, the one with Pikachu and Mew.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I just put the redemption code there, and obviously it was different for the UK. Different? No, it was the same for the UK, same for the US. Anyway, I put the promo code in there, and then somebody messaged me saying that it's not working. Can you let me know if that's correct? So I said no, no, it should be working. So then I went back onto the website and I put the code in, and it wasn't coming up. But then when I scrolled down PC on the Pokemon Center, I could see that they've got these coins available. So I just thought I'll just grab it, and it was there. So and then I obviously told him as well. I said, look, I don't think they're doing the world's promo anymore, but they have got this coin, which is pretty cool. I don't really collect coins. I've never really thought about
Yeah.
collecting like Pokemon coins, but I don't know. It might be worth something in the future. It might not. It's just going to stay like this.
Yeah.
Um,
Just keep it sealed.
I'll just keep it sealed. Yeah, and to be honest with you, with most promos as well, I don't really do the grading play on them. I just prefer to get the promos. I leave them in the original sleeves. I know like some people
Yeah.
they don't like that because it can technically potentially damage the card. But I find that on the more modern ones, not that I have a lot of vintage ones or older ones, but on more of the sort of from Sword and Shield onwards, any promos that I do have that come from the Pokemon Center or anything like this, like the special delivery Charizard, the Pikachu with the
Yeah.
grey felt hat, then the Worlds 2024 promos. These I've left them in the original packaging because they've got the backing card, the white Pokemon Center card, and the sort of the perforations on the plastic that holds the card. It's kind of sits on that backing card, so I'm not so concerned about it getting creased or
Yeah.
anything like that. I just put it into like a semi-rigid saver, and bro, I just put them to the side. I just
Yeah. I mean, the thing about grading plays living not in the U.S. is that if you get a grade, you got a grade with. I mean, it's usual
yeah,
PSA.
PSA. It's
Worst
got to
thing
be
you can do
PSA.
is go with BGS, but I mean, Are there green companies in the U? Yes. Are they any good? I mean, they might be doing their job right, but do people care about them? Absolutely not.
Yeah,
Let's not fool around. So the thing with creating and living in in Europe or anywhere that it's not the U.S. or Japan, because they have PSA in Japan. Um, I mean it. You can grade if there's minimums and stuff, but it's really a pain in the butt.
yeah, bro. Like
And
this is this is this is something I've noticed. So there's two things here that I can touch on. So in the UK we've got ace grading, which you all know. Like a lot of people that
Mhm.
watch Pokemon content will know Randolph Pokemon, etc. He's the guy that's sort of affiliated to the
Yeah,
KSI and those guys there, right? Um, so Ace is actually quite liquid in the UK. So on a regular basis. Now I haven't done the
yeah.
statistical modeling, or I haven't checked anything statistical on this. It's just my, I would say,
Your feel of the
first person.
market.
Yeah, my first person experience from looking on
Yeah,
on eBay, because I like to buy um, some graded cards, but not like, I don't buy like really really expensive graded cards on eBay. So anything like under $100, £100. Like if there's a card I really like and it's in a PSA 10, rather than me trying to source it raw, send it to America, get it graded, bring it back, I might as well just buy the PSA 10 if it's
yeah,
in a good condition. I'll look at the pictures are up, and a lot of sellers now just have the pictures from PSA on the listing. So it's really good because you can actually go and look up the listing if they've got the number, the serial number on there,
yeah.
the
Scan it.
certificate number, or you can just zoom in on eBay, right? So, but having done that, I can see that Ace grading is very affordable. It's like, I think it's £10 per card,
Mhm.
um, and I don't think they have like a minimum. I could be wrong. Somebody could correct me in the comments down below if you watch this even in the future. I don't think they have like a minimum amount of cards that you must submit. I think it's just a standard rate 10,
Yeah.
or like a basic service, like a value bulk service, like with what PSA would have.
Yeah.
And they sell quite liquidly in the UK. The problem with the and I would say that PSA is king when it comes to liquidity, right? Obviously, BGS is also very good, but I think black labels demand such a high premium that they generally, although they're very liquid, I don't know if they're liquid on, like, if I was to sell a BGS black label on eBay, I don't know if I'd get the sort of money, or be able to sell it for the kind of money I want to easily in the UK. Now in America, that's a completely different
Yeah,
story, I think.
I mean, I feel that, like, you touch really specific, like, I feel like if you wanna grade with BGS, getting a black label should be, like, one of your least problem, because chances
No,
of getting
definitely.
it very slim.
No, definitely. So PSA is like the most liquid, I think, across the board.
Yeah.
And for the UK and the EU side, like, bro, it's just so long. The only thing I
Yeah, I mean,
grade with PSA.
there's specifically one, but there's a couple of companies, in Italy that they seem to be taking over the EU as a whole, and, I mean, Italians buy them. Now, I don't really have to be fair, a good, impressions of Italian in the Pokemon markets. Um, they just tend to, like, they tend to follow what other people do and say and don't think, um, on their own. But yeah, I mean, as soon as you step outside of that, it's always PSA, it's always BGS, and a
Hmm.
grade while you live in the I mean, in Europe as a whole. Just it it's always a risk with the shipping. Um, then you're actually obviously obliged to declare full value customs, which
Yeah.
obviously makes it, it adds the edge you could have with grading, with profit you've made off of grading, just kind of goes away once you factor in all your custom duties and stuff. So unfortunately, that's us. We gotta.
Yeah. So with Pokemon, like with PSA, if PSA were here, bro, I would almost
Yeah,
certainly do some plays on the graded market side. But although I think that then that would take the edge away, because
100%.
you'd have more people have that access to that easily. The only stuff I've ever graded with PSA is stuff that I have pulled, and because I want to put it in a slab, and that's the only reason.
Mhm.
Now,
You know what? It would be interesting to know what's the ratio between the volume of Pokemon cards, being sold, bought, whatever, in the US against the EU. And also you saw Europe as a whole. I think it'll be
yeah,
quite interesting. I mean, I feel like the US is gonna have a, you know, bigger numbers as there's I mean, there's just more people interested. There's more people in first place. I don't know if there's more people in the US or in the EU. I mean, in Europe. Could be close.
I can Google it.
Could be close. Look at it, Europe as a continent. But yeah, I think that would be interesting. But yeah, I mean, PSA probably thought about it. There is definitely money to be made. Yeah.
So Europe is, according to Google, 742 million.
Oh yeah, it's 300 and
So it's like
something
it's
in
300
the US.
million in the US. So it's like
Yeah.
double.
Yeah.
But I think the market is just so much more active and buoyant in the US. I think
Yeah.
that, and there's a lot of stuff we're not aware of as well. I watch. I don't know if you've ever come across Zach, Gem in Pokemon. Yeah, so him and Tetra Ninja do another podcast,
Uh-huh.
um, and they talk about a lot of the high end cards. They talk about a lot of the vintage side of the market, and uh, trophy Kangs and illustrated Pikachu's and Charizard first ed,
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. They talk about the high end of the market, and Zach talks about it quite regularly. Like, I am connected with him on Instagram as well, so I've had a couple of little private conversations with him. Nothing, we're not friends or anything, but we've had a few conversations, and he talks a lot about just transactions taking place even without people knowing. So, like, a
Oh,
lot of the
privately.
market,
Yeah.
yeah, like there's so much private, there's so many private deals happening that it's sometimes like, the market that we see, especially on the ultra high end stuff, is not really a
Oh yeah.
true reflection of the real
100%.
market, because there's so much
100%.
happening behind the scenes that we're not aware of.
Yeah.
So that's quite interesting. But I think that in the States, man, if you just look at all the auctions, all the big auctions, like, I mean, eBay, obviously, we have data for. Then you got Golden Auctions, you got PWCC,
Yeah.
which is now, I think, Fanatics. You've got ZNG Emporium, which I think they do run it on eBay as well. But they've got all these different auction houses that are just they're dealing
Yeah.
in just graded cards, man. And I think even PSA put it out, didn't they? Like, they have, like, I think their largest category at the moment is like Pokemon on trading cards, and it's grown like massively. I can't remember the stats now. I was talking about it in one of my previous videos, but it'd be interesting
Yeah.
to know what
It would.
percentage.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that, bro? Sorry, yeah, no, sorry. I was gonna
Yeah.
say, like, it would be interesting to know what percentage of those graded Pokemon cards are coming from the US, and I would hazard to guess it's quite a lot. It's quite a big
Yeah.
number.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. But yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, you're
I mean,
right. I agree with you, bro. Like 100%. I think the grading, the play, there are plays there, and I think, as Promptu said, there can be some margin, that's for sure.
yeah.
But it's the risk associated with, if you're doing it yourself. I mean, that's one thing. Then if you're using a middleman service, that's another risk. Like, although you get better prices if you, and I like when I grade with a middleman service. I don't bother
Yeah.
having a PSA account. If they were in the UK, I would make my own account, and I might even offer a grading service, to other people, because then
Mhm.
it means that I
Yeah.
can use my own um, account to benefit other people to get it at a cheaper cost, and then also grade some of my cards while I'm at it as well. Um, and I think if it was here, then I would definitely have an account. But like with the middleman service, but whenever I've used it, it's been good. We have been able to, touching back on the point that you mentioned about, like, duties and stuff and declared value.
Yeah.
So
It's
I
that's the main
know,
problem.
So with the middleman service, they do take care of that, by the way. I don't know how it works for you in Italy or across Europe, but in the
Yeah.
UK, if you get the cards back, so on my last submission, I think the total value of those cards, um, it wasn't huge. It was probably somewhere in the region of about, let's say, somewhere between 500 and 1,000, £500 and £1,000, somewhere in between, because I had
Yeah.
the Gengar VMAX on there. I had the RCS V Star. So the VMAX was 10. The V Star, the RCS V Star Gold from Crown Zenith was a 10. Um, I can't even remember all the cards, but there were several tens. There was two eights, and I think the total value would have been somewhere between five and Baztoise lucky got that PC nearby. Yeah,
Yeah.
I am lucky, man. I am so
You're
lucky.
lucky.
And guys, I'm saying these, anybody that's watching this from the UK, you can still get these, and you can get the Fusion Strike ones on the Pokemon Center. You can also get the Fusion Strike. They still have booster boxes. Um, just go out and get them. I mean, Chilling Rain was available until quite recently as well. Chilling Rain's now gone. It's not on the Pokemon Center. But if you're looking to get into Sword and Shield, these they're 4 packs. They're sealed. Yes, okay, it's not ideal because it's not a booster box. We all know booster boxes are like the king when it comes to sealed. But look, if you want to just get hold of some sealed product that
Um,
might potentially do well in the future, I don't know what the stats are on growth for like these sort of things. I don't even know if we have enough data, over a long enough period of time to work it out. But look, sealed product, it's got a promo in there. We don't know what it is, but I think these are really good, easy, to pick
mhm.
up at MSRP, £20 or $20. But yeah, I'm very lucky, man. We're so lucky. And
Yeah.
I every time I log into the Pokemon Center, I log on there. I just think I should pick up another box of Fusion Strike. I should pick up another box of Fusion Strike. But it's like how much, like, what? I'll be honest with you, Barrett. When I first started with collecting, I wasn't even thinking about investing. I just was collecting for the sake of collecting. So I was collecting every ETB and every booster box from every set, right? Then when I've completed Sword and Shield, uh, and I did that not immediately. I did that sort of some way into Scarlet and Violet being released. I thought to myself, let me go back and do Sun and Moon. Then I quickly realized that it's just not financially viable because I'm going to be spending $1,000 on a flipping XY evolutions, which I do have. I do have an evolutions box, Fates Collides box. I got a. I can't even remember all the books. I got another one. But anyway, I was like, let me go back and collect every booster box in Sun and Moon as well. And as I quickly realized, nope, that's not going to happen. But I started this to have one of everything. That's literally my initial motivation was I just want to have a booster box of every single set that comes out now in the future. And whichever sets don't have booster boxes, I'm going to get the ETVs. So it's like, how much can you buy? Like, how much are you going to stock? Like, a lot of people don't realize storage is a big issue. Like, where are you going to put all this stuff? Unless you have
Yeah.
like hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month to spend on storage, it can be a problem. And also, you need to have it like temperature controlled. So if you're like in the UK, we have two extremes. We have the summers can become very hot and very um, humid, and then in the winters you've got the opposite. You've got it becomes very cold. Okay, but it can also be humid, weirdly humid in the winter as well sometimes. So it's like that's going to affect the cardboard wherever you keep it. So it's like you're going to stack all this stuff up. This is something that a lot of people don't think about when it comes to
Yeah,
investing.
but I mean, I
Storing
think
it.
that's a problem. You should start worrying about once you get as you say with your numbers. So you're into these several, where you're nearly at what
I've got I've got
50K.
I've
Like
got
you gotta have
close to it.
a lot of product to start worry about space. Because I mean, I do have a I do have a decent. I mean, I think I'm pretty much the average. Um, I don't have a crazy huge amount of product like some other content creators have. But I don't really like. It's not like I have a booster box per set. I mean, some sets I don't have any product because I don't think they're any worth. like they're not worth investable. Some other have cases. But I think I'm considering myself pretty much average, like average Timmy, what the average Timmy could afford, and I think storage is not too much of a problem. Um,
It won't be, and it won't be for most people. The thing is that
yeah,
it is something to definitely consider, though. So look for me, I'm more of a, I wouldn't say I'm a fully like dollar cost averaging type of investor in Pokemon, but I do acquire every set. I will make sure that everything that comes out that is worth buying. So I'll give you an example.
yeah.
On
So that's an interesting route we can go to. Like as you were about to say, why do you want to buy one of each? I mean, and by one, I mean
Yeah,
at least one of each.
yeah, at least one of
Because
each.
I'm the
So the
opposite.
reason, no. So for me, that's the collector in me. I've always said this. Like I am not just. I mean, you can consider me an investment bro, but I also do enjoy the hobby. I do like Pokemon. Like it's not that I didn't come into this space just because I saw a niche, I saw a gap. You know, there's not many content creators in the UK that are doing a lot of Pokemon content. There are a few, but not as many as there are in the States. That's not me. I actually do and genuinely like opening packs. I am a little bit of a degenerate pack opener. I love doing it. These three boxes up here, I know I'm telling myself they're like I'll just put them away into the sealed collection. I'm probably going to end up opening them, like I did last time on the last stream. I was opening packs for no reason. So like that's just me. So in my head, when I go back to where I started in Pokemon, I was just buying and opening. Evolving Skies, I've opened two Evolving Skies booster boxes when you could just buy them. Before I was buying them at wholesale prices. I was just walking into the shop and I'd pick up the whole booster box for £140, right? £144 or whatever it was. And I was just ripping them open because I had no idea about value and investing and all of this other stuff. Got to catch them all. Definitely dingo. So
Mhm.
for me, the collector in me is like I want to have one of everything so that I feel complete. And I know this makes no sense to somebody that is purely for value and investing, but for me it's like from the moment that I started collecting, it's just a collection goal of mine that I want to have one of each. There are some exceptions I'll make. So for example, with um 151 Scarlet and Violet 151, I bought four UPCs. Okay, now, I could have kept that sealed. I did open one myself. Okay. I can always replace that. It's not a big deal. But I think the UPCs for me are enough. I don't need um, stacks and stacks of the English ETBs because I've already got 120 Japanese booster boxes. I bought 10 cases, right? So I've got more than enough of that product in Japanese that it justifies that I don't need to go out and source, cases of the English when I've already got enough UPCs. And for me, it's like I've met my collection goal, and I know that, obviously I don't know for sure, but I would assume that because of its popularity, those three UPCs, I can always add a fourth, or I could just sell those UPCs and then acquire another case of four and just have it sealed if I really needed to. It's not going to be much money in difference in money. I might need to put 120 pounds of my own. So, bro, for me, it's really just about collecting. I just want to be a completionist when it comes to collecting. Now, obviously, there are things I've bought a lot of, like I bought cases of several Scarlet and Violet sets. I've got some cases of Astral Radiance. I've got cases of Brilliant Stars. I've got cases of um, Astral Brilliant. I don't have Chilling. I don't have sealed cases of. I've got enough Fusion Strike boxes. I've got one of everything in. I've got cases of Astral Radiance ETBs. Actually, I'm glad I bought Astral Radiance when it came out. I just bought cases of those. I've got a ton of, and people are going to laugh at this, but I've got not a huge amount. I've got a few cases of Obsidian Flames. I've got cases of.
Yeah,
It came out at the
they
time,
will.
bro. Yeah, I've got 8 cases of Obsidian Flames, by the way. I have got 2 cases of Paldea. I've got Scarlet and Violet. I didn't buy a case. I've just got a couple of booster boxes. What else? What am I missing? Paradox Rift, I've just got a couple of boxes. Twilight Masquerade, I've got a couple of boxes. Temporal Forces, I've got a couple of boxes. However, Temporal is one I want to acquire a few cases from. And actually, let me. Here's a very hot take. I might be completely wrong because nobody knows. But, but since Temporal Forces came out, bro, I absolutely love that set. I think the IRs are nice. I think the SIRs are nice. Yes, it's not from a generation that holds. Yeah, I know. I know you've got a couple of cases. I know. I think that the art. I think also the there's playability. I think part of the reason why so many people of my generation, because obviously I'm much older than you, are maybe not that
No,
into
not
the.
that much. Come on.
Come on, man! Like, I've got like, I was a teenager, I think, when you were born, and
Possible.
yeah, it's possible. You're in your mid 20s, right? I'm in my late 30s, bro. I'm like 38,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like, yeah. So there's a big gap there. But I think a lot of people from my generation and older, or maybe even slightly younger, um, they are they don't have any connection to these Pokemon. You know, the paradox, and then you've got all of these different artworks. I think the artwork will catch on, but I think so much with regards to the generation of Pokemon, I think a lot of people my age potentially are not. They don't have a connection to that. But I think in the long term, a lot of the younger kids that have played the games that have got an affinity with the Pokemon in these sets will do well. But just purely on artwork and availability, by the way. So I don't know what it's like in the US, but I've got three distributors in the UK, and getting cases of temporal forces has been very difficult. Has been very,
Interesting.
very difficult. It's been
Interesting.
very in the UK. Now it's not. I don't have the main. So in the UK, the main distributor is Asmodee. Okay, ASMODEE. So Asmodee is the main distributor that distributes to all LGSs, LCSs, places like that. I can't get Asmodee because I don't buy enough, and I don't have a physical store, and I don't even have like a proper online store. I just sell a few things on eBay every now and again, right? I have a decent feedback history on eBay, but I don't really sell lots on eBay. I sell other stuff like, like um, card holders and other things like
Yeah.
ultra pro stuff like semi rigids and rigid
Okay.
holders and
Yeah.
stuff like that, right?
Accessories.
Accessories, yeah, because they sell really well on eBay actually. So by the way, guys, if anybody's looking at doing this, that's a really good way to test that market and build up good feedback on eBay. Is just selling stuff like semi rigids and stuff like that. But anyway,
It's a good idea.
so the three other distributors that I've got, only one of them has cases of temporal, but they're not on discount. They're slightly higher than they would normally be if you were to buy them from somewhere like Asmodee. So they
Okay.
will offer cases. So for me, it's like I really want that set, but I want to see what's going to happen with it. Like if I see this in the next 6 months that you're still not able to get them from wholesale and they're holding them back, because you know what distributors do, right? They will offer the hard to get stuff or the stuff that's
Yeah.
shorter printed or not so readily available, um, the stuff that's not so readily available to larger buyers that they'll bundle it together, right? So they'll
Yeah.
take it and they'll say, look, if you buy X amount of product of this stuff that's not selling, we'll give you the nice stuff. So it's just a slight hot take, but in the UK, I'm pretty sure that getting temporal is a bit more difficult. And Twilight, of course, we all know what's going on with Twilight Masquerade right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as
Mark,
you said, it with temporal, it's about
yeah,
artworks. I mean, all the SIRs, both Pokemon and trainers.
yeah.
How can they be so cheap? Like, how can I mean, I can right now you can pick up Iron Crown for in the mid 50s euros, and multiple copies from the same seller, and that just I mean 50. And remember the pull rates, right? Because we're talking about something like one out of 700 plus to get a specific SIR.
Yeah, SIRs
Um,
are very hard from temporal, man. I don't know what
yeah,
the
from
official stats are.
it start with Paradox. and then it got harder and harder. It peaked so far with Twilight. Now I do have my opinion on Twilight. I don't have any Twilight. I will not buy any Twilight. I'm not interested as a collector. I might be wrong. We'll see. Um, but yeah, temporal, I think it's a very good one. So before you answer Mark, as we're talking about it, let's talk about Spark and Stellar. What do you think about it?
Bro, I don't think much about it because I don't know enough about it. I am the kind of person that likes to. I do speculate. Well, I think all of us are speculators to a large degree because I mean, if you're talking about investing here,
Man,
investing is speculating.
yeah, we literally got a channel about it, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I've only got a channel about it, but it's a large amount of it is speculation.
I
Um,
know.
I'm the kind of person that likes to take a back seat on certain things. In fact,
All right, people. I have no idea what just happened. Let me see. You just something technical maybe. No, I just kicked him out. I couldn't stand. No, I'm just kidding. I couldn't stand him anymore. All good. All right. Oh, let's see what happened. Be right back. Awesome. Awesome. But yeah, that's yeah. You got to see me, guys. At least it took the back. No, so promptly, what's that about the chat bubbles? No idea what you're talking about. Um, that's yeah, I have no idea what that is. But I'll say mine about Spark and Stellar. So Stellar, um, I'm not. I don't like it that much. Um, it's not bad. It's not a great set. There's some decent. I mean, the problem is it's such a small set. There's some decent SIRs, but I don't think they're like good enough. I mean, the Terrapagas, good artwork, but it's not great. Um, and illustration errors, there's a decent amount of them. Oh, there you go. He's back. Awesome, awesome.
1 second, bro. 1 second. 1 second.
No worries. I'll just keep on going. I was talking about my opinion on Spark and Stellar. So as I was saying, yes, Stellar, it's good, but not that good. It kind of it's like I would place it as Obsidian vibes for the how big the set is, but when it comes to cards within the set, I'll place it higher. So maybe I would probably put it right around Paradox. And then I'm pretty excited about Surgeon Sparks. The Ladias and Ladias are gonna be huge hitters. If pull rates are as they are right now, so in the same as we got right now, I think the Ladias could get really expensive real soon. Um, and it's gonna be interesting because I saw some new illustration rares reveals for Surgeon Sparks. For Paradise Dragona, and they weren't that good in my opinion. So it's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen. And yeah, that's my opinion. I'm Stellar. I'm gonna pass. Surgeon Sparks. I want to see the whole set.
Same here, bro. Sorry, but while I was recording, my because I did it on the phone today, because last time around the audio sounded terrible on the laptop. I did have this speaker which just didn't seem to work. How's the audio
Yeah.
now, guys? By the way, just drop
Good.
a little comment in the chat to let me know if it's
Yeah, I
better
can
than
hear you
last time.
fine. But yeah,
Okay, amazing, amazing.
you guys understand.
So what I was saying is, with regards to Stellar Crown, I think there's quite a lot. We know a lot more about Stellar Crown, and I do. Just from an artwork perspective, I do like what I've seen. I think with obviously Sparks, I think we I haven't seen enough unless there's more data out or there's more
Yeah.
images out on Poke Beach or whatever. Like I need to see more of the artwork. I need to see more of the set in order to make a decision on what I want to do with it. I probably will still maybe acquire a case or two, or once we get a bit more info on what's coming, because that's coming in November, right? It's not even,
Yeah,
we're so far
November
off. We're like,
11th, 13th.
we're more than 2 months off, from that
Yeah.
date. So I think once we get more confirmation from the Japanese sets, what we're likely to expect, if they've got like a banger Pikachu in there, or they've
Oh,
got
yeah.
some crazy chases, then yes, of course, I think it's definitely something to be able to potentially invest in. But look, like I said, with me, I will pick up everything anyway. And also another thing about the way I invest is, or collect is, I will just pick up one of everything. Like I'm basically like the I can't even call myself the team with Rudy, because Rudy buys everything, right? But it's the
Yeah.
same. It's a very similar concept. Like obviously, I cannot afford to buy anywhere near his level, but like he buys everything and doesn't give a shit on what it does with regards to value.
Yeah.
I'm the same. Like I will buy it, and if it goes up in value, amazing. There are some things I will buy that I am definitely buying for investment, and I can see the value, and I can already see that this is kind of, it's gone up, it's dropped, it's stagnated, it's now starting to go back up, it's starting to make higher highs on the market, and it's not for a short space of time. So I don't like to buy into huge spikes that then just drop. I like
Yeah.
to see it being consistent, and then you have little pullbacks, buy another box, a little bit more consistent, little pullback, buy another box or buy another case, whatever's available at the time, right? We are quite fortunate though, like I said again, with Pokemon Center in the UK, that things are still available a lot more than the US, and obviously you guys in the EU don't have that privilege. But yeah, with Sparks, I think I need to see more. I have pre-ordered 4 ETBs from Pokemon Center. I'll probably just keep them sealed. If the promos are absolutely ridiculous and they're coming out with good um, liquidity, if they're coming out with good potential grading play there, then I might just pick up the cards. Or it depends, man. We don't. It's like I said, it's
Yeah.
too
We don't. But
early.
there's too much unknown.
I used to. So Mark's asking. I used to putting money into Sword
Yeah.
and Shield Bars. Mark, I am putting money into Sword and Shield, but again, it is at the right sort of level. If I can pick up, and I'm not a fan of everything in Sword and Shield, by the way. I'm not a massive fan of. Um, I'll be honest with you. Sword and Shield base is decent. I'm not a huge fan of the artwork. Okay. Um, with regards to Vivid Voltage, again, I was never a huge fan of that Pikachu. Right. The amount of people that were speaking about that Chonkachu is from
I
Vivid,
mean,
right?
I mean, is there any Soul and Shield before Chilling Rain?
No, there isn't. I mean, look, the thing is, like, we only know what is what at the time of its release, right? So when
Yeah,
when
that's
when when
fair.
when when we had Rebel Clash, when we had all these sets, we wouldn't have known what was coming next, right? You get an idea from Japan.
But think about this. Think about like even temporal, right?
Yeah,
So think about temporal and compare it to like brilliant stars. So two different eras, but obviously you would say brilliant is a pretty good set, right?
yeah. I love Brilliant Stars, man.
So could temporal be up there with brilliant in
Yeah,
2 years?
yeah.
So that's another thing. Like if you were looking at vivid voltage and then you thought about cosmic or unified minds, unbroken
Mm.
bonds, could you have foreseen that vivid voltage would have been a disaster?
Possibly
I
not,
think.
bro.
I
Possibly
mean,
not.
you could have guessed. Obviously, it's easy to talk now. We're all geniuses afterward. But
Hindsight 2020, isn't it?
yeah, hindsight is really easy. But yeah,
But
so so
there are some sets though, bro. Like, look, let's talk about Silver Tempest.
yeah, which I got a case on. All these ones she'll said I got a case of
Yeah. So
because I was too late to the party.
you see Sword and Shield, right? So see Silver Tempest.
Yeah,
I like the Lugia. I really do. I think it's a great card. But other than the Lugia, what is I'm probably going to get some hate for this, right? But
No, I
I
mean,
don't
you got
care.
a good
I
point,
don't care.
which I
I've got to say what I've got to say, right?
yeah,
I think the set is mediocre, bro. It's mid.
yeah,
It's mid at
I
best.
agree. I agree.
And but people will just hype it because, bro, like literally, like one of my best friends loves Silver Tempest, and I used to say to him, I said, bro, why do you like Silver Tempest? And I still say it to him. It's like his favorite set from Sword and Shield. He's like, yeah, I know Evolving Skies has got all the evolutions and it's great, and Lost Origins got the Giratina, and you've got Brilliant Stars with the Charizard, and you've got, that's got a few, Umbreons in it as well. But bro, my set is Silver Tempest. And I'm like, bro, you're crazy. Like other than the Lugia, what's in it? And that's the only thing that's in it that he likes. But he likes the set in general. But because it's got the Lugia, he's just in love with that set. And it's like, bro, look at the depth of the set. I don't think it's great, bro. I think it's decent, but it's not like my favorite set out of Sword and Shield.
Yeah,
But still,
yeah, I agree.
it's doing well. It's doing relatively well. And up until a few months ago, you could buy it in the Pokemon Center in the UK for MSRP. It was available.
Yeah,
I think a lot of
yeah,
people just jump on the bandwagon and the hype train of like,
yeah. I
oh,
mean, I got my case because we got a restock, and I think it was April here in the U. We got a restock,
yeah,
and I got my case for 670 euros. So
that's
that's
not
like
bad.
£600, maybe a bit
Yeah, about
less.
£600. £100 a box is very good,
So
bro.
that's like
Very good.
$750,
Yeah,
maybe.
that's a good
Yeah,
price,
but
bro. Huh? That's a really good
that's why
price.
that's why I got it, because I got like I thought, I mean, can is it gonna get cheaper than that? I don't think so. Could it get cheaper? Yes. Will it get
Mm,
cheaper? I don't know. Could it get cheaper? I don't think so.
mm.
Um, and actually, it's like right now, it's in the 800s, I think. Now the problem with it is at the restock, a lot of people bought into it. So I do think there's gonna be like a time where if you want to sell yours, so let's say market price is 900, 1,000, you got to list it at 800 because there's so many that if you need the money, which I won't do it, but you just gotta put it out for sale at a discount.
Yeah, there's a lot of people it's a race to the bottom. It is a
Yeah,
race to the bottom sometimes, unfortunately, especially if you're on. I don't know if you would use card market to sell or eBay, but I think if you look, especially even on eBay, it's very competitive. It's
yeah,
especially in the UK, it's really quite competitive. It's always a race to the bottom. Like when I'm
yeah,
listing stuff, not that I list a lot of sealed product. I list quite a lot of, like I said, accessories. I do sell the off card here and there, like a buddy buddy poffin from Temporal. I've sold a few of those.
yeah,
Whenever I open a pack and they're there, I tell my son or my daughter when they're with me, I say, listen, put all the buddy buddy poffin cards aside. I'm just gonna use it for feedback on eBay because they pretty much sell every time you put them up. Buy it now, 199 or 299, and they sell instantly. But
yeah,
it's super competitive, bro. Like with these sets, and I think if you're not priced correctly, you're always going to have issues with liquidity. It's one of the most important things.
yeah. But I mean, one thing I learned: as long as there's demand, you're gonna sell it. I sold um 3 Altarias from Paradox, the EX, the SIRs, to 3 different people in 48 hours.
Wow,
All,
how did you
all on
sell that?
eBay.
Was that on eBay?
Yeah, on eBay, 29.98 euros. Um, and the good thing about eBay is shipping, as they do have some sort of arrangements with carriers. Shipping is cheaper than if you were to buy with car market, because with car market, obviously, yes, obviously it's always the buyer paying, but they don't have any sort of affiliations with carriers, so you got to pay
They do
whatever.
that. They do that here as well. You're right. With eBay,
Yeah,
I've
so that's
noticed
eBay, and
certain
that's like
certain products are cheaper to ship.
ship. As with I tend to ship not an envelope because it would cost me the same, but a box just to pack a small box so it's protected, and it cost me 550 euros to ship within Italy, and 8 euros 50 in the EU. All tracked, 48 72 hours, and they're there, so it's really good. That's why I like eBay. The buyers likes it because they can see the pictures. Um,
Bro, give me a
uh,
second, yeah. Keep talking,
yeah,
keep talking. I just need to connect this
yeah, no
the
worries, no
VPN.
worries. So yeah, Mark, I mean, I 100% regret not buying any Lugias when they were in the 100. They never got that cheap over here in the EU, but they were in the low 100s euros, which is, I guess, right about £100. But yeah, it's a great. I love that card. I was hoping it would have gotten cheaper with the Paradigm Trigger, so the Japanese version, as we got the reprint of Paradigm, but it didn't really affect it too much. But I think it's a sick card. I don't think I'm ever gonna buy it now because I missed the boat. I don't want to get in at today's price. Um, but uh, but yeah, 100% a great card. And I wonder what the Ray from Tempest is doing. That would be interesting um, to see what that guy's doing. Because I mean, as Baz was saying, Tempest, it's all about the Lugia and the Ray. Let's not kid ourselves. Is that best set ever? No. Best set ever is obviously Vista Universe. Am I right?
Visa Universe is brilliant, man. I love it.
Best set ever.
Absolutely love it. I've got so I haven't got any cases of Vista Universe, and I'm kicking myself because I was getting them at a really good price.
What
But
price?
because huh?
What okay, can you say what price?
Let me just let me see if I can pull up the email. I can't remember for sure now, but I'll tell
So
you.
straight off Japan. Was it when you
Um,
got the 151 cases?
the 151 cases, yeah, from the same person.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
Did you get like a discount as you bought 10 cases?
I did, bro. I got a really good price, man. I'm tempted to say, but I'm tempted to not say as well because
Yeah, no, you got. I'm just interested in the Vista Universe case price
what was the Vista Universe case price?
because then I'll tell you. I don't know. Should I tell you how much I paid for mine? Mm, Let's see.
I paid very close to um,
Nah, I don't.
the bottom of the market, which is
All right,
around about, we're talking around 60, average on around 60 a box, $60.
dollars. That's good.
And remember, with cases, there's a premium, right? They
Yeah,
always try to
yeah,
put a case premium on it. So
yeah.
for me, that is the reason why I held back on 151. Initially, I thought I made a big mistake because I bought a ton of, well, I say a ton of boxes. I probably bought around 15 to 20 boxes, just normal boxes on
Do
their
you
own,
still
right?
have them, or did you sell them and then bought the cases?
No, so the cases were just I had money set aside for the next good opportunity. I always have like a fund for if something really good comes my way. Like I bought some Chilling Rain single pack blisters. You know they come in a case of
Yeah,
12.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got a Lost Origin single pack blisters.
Yeah, so I got the single pack, not yeah, the single pack blisters with a promo card
Yeah,
and a coin. Those normally from the distributor for a 12 pack, they come in at
aren't they
uh,
16?
yeah, they're 60 plus VAT. I was getting them for 34 plus VAT. So at that point, I didn't buy a shit ton. Sorry for the language. I didn't buy a big amount, but I bought a pretty sizable amount of them. I sold quite a lot of them to other people for a small margin. And then what I do is whenever opportunities like this come available, because the funny thing is, the distributor I bought those Chilling Rain packs from, they had no idea that the booster boxes were running out on the Pokemon Center and people were going
All right.
crazy because
Yeah.
they don't just do Pokemon, they do a bunch of other stuff. So they do
Yeah, I mean, their job is just to move product. They don't
just
really
move
care.
product, and they had loads. I asked the guy, I said, how many of these do you have? And he's like, we have got around 3,000 of these. 3,000 of the 12
The
pack
yeah.
sealed cases.
There
So
there's isn't there 16 uh
I'd need to run
blisters?
upstairs and check. But I've got,
Because my Lost Origins, there's 16 blisters in a box.
it must be 16 then. I don't know. It's either 12 or 16. But anyway, he
8
had,
and 8. There's 2 rows of 8.
is possibly, no. So I'm pretty sure it's 12, bro. The ones I've got,
I don't know, could be. I mean, mine are 16, I'm sure.
no, it's 12. You know why I know it's 12? Because I was buying them in 3 lots. When I was multiplying it, I said 3 lots work out to one booster box worth of packs. That's how I
Okay.
had it in my head, and that's how I priced it all out. But anyway, so just to come back to the 151, I
Yeah.
always have some money set aside for these kind of opportunities where I can pick up like a Chilling Rain when Chilling Rain is no longer available at the Pokemon Center for that kind of price. And then the 151 came about. I actually was really upset that I'd never picked up like at least one case of the Japanese 151 at the time, because
Mhm.
prices had just got to the point where I just thought I can't justify buying these cases at this price, even if it's just to hold, like, and just as a like a collection piece to say
Yeah.
I've got a case of 151. To then buy 10, it was like, well, I need to make sure that the pricing is correct. And when the news of that reprint came, bro, I waited. I know people that were buying them at like 90, then 80. Then I actually got another offer at 80. I think I remember putting it on my YouTube to say I can get them for 79 each. I'm not going to make any money on it, but if anybody's interested, drop me a DM. I'll get the boxes, but you need to be in the UK so that you can avoid, because it wouldn't have made sense to send it to my subscribers or people from outside of the UK. But I did put it out there. Anybody from the UK is interested. Then it came down to 69. Then they came down to 59. So I got them at that plus a small premium for the cases. But bro,
Yeah.
the price was so good. I could at that point I said, look, it could go down to 49, but like logically, the the the, the least it's going to go down to is whatever the MSRP is in Japanese converted into UK pounds, right? And technically could go below that, but below that.
Yeah.
But like I said, speculatively taking a small risk I mean, small risk is all relative. A small risk for me might be a big risk for somebody else, and or the other way around. But in my head, I thought if I don't hit the trigger now and I've got the money for it, I'd be kicking myself if they start going up again, right? And essentially, what ended up happening was I got it for a very good price. It did go down a little bit more than what it was on cases, but I mean, where are they now? And there's talks of another reprint, but to be honest with you, I don't care, because at the end of the day, it's like it could have gone down to MSRP, and it would have just been what it was at that point. But you know, 10 cases, I think I've done. I think I've done pretty well on that. I
I
think
got a
I'm up on it
question though.
already. Go on.
Which one's better? Vista Universe or 151?
I think artwork V-Star Universe trumps 151 for sure. Like I like the cards in V-Star Universe, the set. If you're asking me about what set is better, I think V-Star definitely trumps it with regards to, and this is my own humble opinion.
Yeah.
Um, I think V-Star from artwork and a fun opening experience as well is pretty damn good. With 151, I have had some really terrible boxes. I've had some crappy boxes. Yes, it has the Master Ball, which is a slight variation on the reverse, which is a good thing. Then you
Yeah.
do have the chases on the Master Balls as well, which kind of certain people will go crazy about. I'm not too crazy about the Master Ball reverses. It's nice to get, but the only reason I like them or I want to pull the Gengar or the Pikachu is because I know they're worth a lot. Not because I think the Pikachu card is a stunning artwork. It's not. It's just a Pikachu, and it's got a reverse. It's
Eh,
a reverse pattern with a master ball, right?
yeah,
The
it's
Gengar I
just
like
rare.
because I'm Gengar. I like Gengar, right? So, well, I'm Blastoise, but I like Gengar, and I like Blastoise, but Gengar is one of my favorite Pokemon, so naturally I would like that. But the artwork's just basic, bro. Like especially on those reverse Master Ball hollows. Um, the SIRs in 151 are good. Don't get me wrong, but again, the
Yep.
Charizard is just. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. It's the scarcity of that card makes it the chase element of that makes it something worth something.
So,
Like it's
is it Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, Zapdos, or the 4 gold cards? That's a tough one,
unfortunately
right?
no. So no, for me personally, if you ask me personally, I prefer the gold cards in V Star just from an aesthetic and art point of view. The art is great in 151, but I think the V Star takes it just a little bit more. But unfortunately, the unfortunate reality is that the Charizard, the Blastoise, the Venusaur, and the Zapdos, and the Alakazam
Yep.
are Gen 1. They
Gen 1,
are,
yeah.
yeah, the Gen 1. The artwork is also stunning. The Charizard, I'm not a huge fan of because it's just Charizard, it's tiny little Charizard in the sky next to the sun. Yes, it's got great artwork. I actually prefer the Charmeleon and the Charmander
Charmander.
cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the artwork better on the Charmeleon and Charmander. But unfortunately, because so many more people are going to like that 151, those original starters,
Yeah. My
those SIRs from the original 151, that I think that would do better. But on a one, if you ask me, Baz, which of the four do you prefer more? I would say I
gold
prefer
cards.
the
Yeah.
artwork in V Star, 100%.
Well, but, my favorite ones from 151 are, the Blastoise. I think it's a great card,
The
and the
Blastoise is lovely.
Zapshot and the Blah, Zapdos, Zap but I
Just say
wanna say
Zappy, man. Just say
Zap
Zappy.
yeah, just that flying bird, that yellow bird.
Yeah.
But,
No, those cards are good, bro. They are nice. The Zapdos is nice. I do like the Alakazam as well. Really like the Blastoise. I think the Venusaur is not bad as well because it's a very vibrant card.
yeah, but I like the
The Charizard is
Blastoise
a
better.
huge letdown. I don't know why the Charizard is
Yeah.
worth so much, bro. Because literally it's
Well,
just because it's got the
I
fire lizard.
I once got a comment saying that, the artworks, I mean, the Pokemons on the gold cards are pretty tiny too. Um, I mean, so far I only have the Arceus, which I got a good price on. I might get more because well, when I buy a card, I look at multiple things. I mean, if I want to buy it, because I'm an evil investor, I'm an evil flipper, and then I want to sell it for more than I bought it for.
Yeah.
Um, and one thing I look at is market depth. So with the bot I have, I basically can look at how market depth moves every day. So if people buy cards, I can see at what price they're buying. I can see a lot of things. It's pretty cool actually.
Bro,
I do have
the
and
bot is brilliant.
the good part is I'm not relying on a third party. I mean, I'm getting data, but the data I get, it's saved, so I own the data, which I probably shouldn't say out loud, but but the thing is, there's a few listings in the mid 40s, and then there's a big jump onto 60s in the 60s, and I'm talking euros. And the cards, I got the cards, and now, as I always say, you can judge a card by a picture, but once you have it in hands, you understand this card is going to be worth money. The last time it happened, it was with the Groudon. I bought it. I paid 23 euros each, shipped. I bought 8. I got them. I was like, this is going to be big money. So, yeah, I agree with Mark. The I was I was so close to get three Tinas for a good price. So I put them in my cart. I asked their seller if lower shipping was available, and he just took them out of my cart because you can do that in car market. You can just if someone says your cards in their cart, you can just kick them out. So I just got pissed off, to be honest, and I just said, okay, whatever. I don't want to buy them anymore because I'm just like that. But I think they're great cards. I think they're great cards, and I'm pretty. I feel like the Visa Universe case I have, that could be a huge, huge product that I invested in. Could be one of the best.
Bro,
Well, you look
I'm just looking to see. I'm sure I've got them in. Just looking through my binder. I've got one here. I'm sure I've
yeah.
got them from Crown Zenith
All right.
because I did open. So I'll tell you what I did with a lot of my V Star and my.
You turn them into singles.
Yeah, well, my V Star and my 151. I bought a lot of loose boxes, but I don't know if we had we've spoken about this before, but I I used to do whatnot.
Well, I think you mentioned it.
Yeah, so I ripped a lot of them for other people.
That's
Pulled I
nice.
pulled him. It's not a 10 contender at all. It's battered. Didn't pull the Zard, and I'm not that bothered about it, to be totally honest with you. I am trying to do the master set off 151, but I think it's just going to be impossible with the
Master balls.
the master balls and all of the reverses. I might just try and just do basic set completion on it.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I think I graded some of them. Charizard from Obsidian. I got two
Oh,
of those.
speaking of V Star, thoughts on shiny treasures?
I like Shiny Treasures EX. It's for the price. I think it's really good. If you can get them still at around, I think 29.30.
Maybe in pounds, possible. They're in the mid 30s euros
Let me
right
tell you what
now.
they're here now. One second, one second.
And the problem is, um, yeah, you get them for in the mid 30s over here. Uh, I thought about it. I also thought about a case. My thinking, but again, I was. It all come down to should I get a case of that, or should I get more Visa Universe? Because I think that's also a question you should ask yourself when you're investing, or so someone says in this thing. Could I park my money somewhere else? Do I want to diversify? That's yeah, it's not easy. People make it seem easy.
I like Lost Abyss. I'm getting Lost Abyss at £65 a box. This is
It's not
Japanese,
bad.
obviously.
Yeah,
V Star at 60 for a box.
you
What's
get
the
them
case?
from Japan, from same guys as 151.
Same guys, yeah, yeah, yeah. Cases from those guys right now would be at around 12.50 a case
Four
for 20 boxes. So a case of V Star Universe.
of this are yeah, twelve
Yeah,
fifty pounds,
pounds, yeah, yeah, not dollars. But
and
yeah,
then you need to
I
add
can. So
you need
Shiny
to add
Treasure
VAT.
EX, Shiny Treasure EX, I can get it for 29 a box,
Plus
and I'll tell
VAT.
you, no, including VAT.
Okay, so
And
already in the UK kind of
yeah,
price.
yeah, 660 landed costs. So most of these costs I've got landed. So I can get a case of 20 Shiny Treasure EX for 660, which is not too bad. I think at that price, but I think there's a ton of it, bro. There's a ton of it because I've been getting these prices for ages. I just went back in to see what they would give me on the most recent email, and this is what I would get it for.
Yeah. Yeah,
660.
I think that's pretty much, yeah, that's market. Because I remember I found some pretty much the same price when you convert into euros. So yeah, that's about market price.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Y-
mean, the
uh,
problem is with sparks on the horizon. I don't know if I want to. I gotta be honest. I like Japanese cases. I think they're really nice. They're compact. Um, they're pretty cool. I always, so I don't like singles as much because I just like having sealed product. A dream of
mm.
mine would be able to, kind of like Brian or Ryan from Bucky and E.
Brian, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I would just like to, have in my house or whatever place a bunch of steel cases and boxes and sell them just because I like them. But I mean, I'm happy to sell them. I just want to have them and then sell them. But it's not doable. So I like having cases.
What Brian has built is amazing, bro.
Yeah.
He's the fact that he's actually a really good guy. I've spoken to Brian multiple times. Um, by the way, if anybody wants to buy from pokeani.com, plug my. I don't get paid for this, but use
Not yet.
Baztoise. Yeah, yeah. Use Baztoise as a. You get $5 off if you're in the UK, but most I'm assuming if you're in the US, I'm assuming most people are Euro. But yeah, I do have a discount code, so just let me know. You guys can always hit me up in the Discord if you need it. If you're in the US, anybody watching,
Yeah.
$5 off, $50 or more, and you get a free pack as well. He'll throw in a free random. It could be anything. It's probably not going to be a trick or trade pack. It'll be Japanese or
Yeah. I
maybe
think it's gonna be
simplified Chinese
Japanese.
or English.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that would be
But
pretty
yeah, no,
cool.
what he's built, bro, is really impressive. Like he's turning over a huge amount. I know he's a workaholic, and I know that he's. I think he's got. I just think the guy doesn't sleep. I think maybe he's got some kind of insomnia or something. But the guy is always awake.
Yeah, he says
He's
those. Yeah.
always working, always working, man. Credit to him. But that would be amazing. Imagine you're surrounded by all of this shiny cardboard,
Yeah. Think about
and
it. But
you.
yeah, just brown cases. So nice. Just get lost in
Oh
your
my god, the stuff we
hallways
take
of,
pleasure in. The stuff we take pleasure in. You know,
yeah.
we take pleasure in this.
Yeah, we sound like 10-year-old kids. It says by
I don't
pronunciation.
know. Do we? Do we? Brown boxes everywhere? I don't know, man. Kids are like shiny stuff. I like
Fair.
shiny stuff, but I like it when it's in a brown cardboard box and it's not touched, and it
Facts.
goes up 2x, 3x, 4x in 5 years. You know, that's what I like. That's what I really like. You know, somewhat of some of it's also a flex. Let's not deny that, right? I like to say to my friends, and I've got a couple of friends that are in the Pokemon. Maybe they're not as deep into it as I am, but when we talk about like cards and like generally it's the weirdest thing because like I'm in my late 30s now. I'm 38 years old, right? So a lot of us we've already got kids, we're quite established in life, and like we'll have gatherings or we'll be together or we'll go out
Yeah.
for dinner or something, or we'll go to each other's houses and then the guys are all talking about Pokemon cards. We're talking about the next set. And it's like the women are just like, what are you guys on? You know, they just don't get it. But it's sometimes it's also there's like there's this flex element, right? And I don't care
Yeah.
who it is. I don't care who it is. Don't BS me. It's nice to be able to say I have
Yeah.
this, and this. Yeah. Or I acquired this at this price. Because I don't know. It's a flex for me. It's a flex. If I can say, look, I
Yeah.
bought those cases at this price, and they're like, "What? Seriously? You got it at that price?" It's like, yeah. And I don't know. It makes me feel good about. It just makes me feel good
And
inside,
then
man.
there's always a story behind every purchase and sale as well, which we're always happy to tell. Like,
Uh, Barrett, you've frozen.
or is it me?
You froze, and you're
Oh
back
wait,
now.
could be me. Is that me?
You're back. You're back. You're back.
Can you guys see me? Okay. You
You're
there?
back. You're back.
Okay.
But you're
Okay.
frozen.
All right. All good now, right? Nope. That's. I don't think it's me, is it? No, my internet works fine. Okay. You don't see a pic. Okay. There you go.
There we go.
All good. Yeah. Yeah. So
We were talking about flexes.
yeah, the store. Yeah, I was talking about I today I saw my last four Evitals from Paradox, and I got a. So first and first, I think I'm gonna make a video about it because I saw a video of someone who, let's say, a new PokeTuber like ourselves, who's growing pretty fast. Um, I don't want to comment on how, but giving away hundreds in Pokemon products. um,
I know
but
who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. Is it the same PokeTuber that did the Evolving Skies ETB?
I don't know. I don't, because I haven't been away from YouTube. I haven't really watched many videos because I was super busy and
I came
stressed.
across, bro. I came across one video with 37,000 views, and the guy has, I don't know, a few hundred subs. I would say similar to us, maybe slightly less, slightly more, there or thereabouts.
And how long ago was that?
I don't remember. I just basically
Okay,
it
so
came
it
up on
might
my
it might be.
suggested videos. It came up on my feed, and I clicked it because I was like 37K videos, like 37K views. What is going on here? And then
Was he a native English speaker?
I think so.
Then
I'm no. So the person
then
you
it's
saw
another
isn't.
guy. No,
Okay. I saw one, bro. The guy had like a couple of hundred subs. He had 37,000 views on a
yeah.
video, and he was giving away an Evolving Skies ETV um, to one lucky subscriber.
I
Um,
don't even have the money to buy it for myself. But that's another story. So there's this video, right? And the
yeah.
video is like mm, these cards are gonna explode. I don't remember the title. It's kind of like one of those underrated cards. This card is
Yeah.
so cheap, but buy material cheap. Some sort of title like that. First picture, first card is a Evital, and there's I don't know if you watched my video about Phillips, who's a good guy, nice
I
guy.
did. I did. I did watch that.
I think
I
he
caught up
also
to that.
might be pretty much my age because I think he's pretty young,
He is quite
Phillips.
young.
Yeah. Uh, so Phillips starts off with a card, and it's like plus 95%. It's underrated.
It's
So
undervalued.
I was I memed
Yeah.
about it. I was like, what? So and this guy starts off with the Evital, shows the charts plus 125%. So can he double again? Yes, it's possible. We don't know. You can have your whatever reasons. You can say the card is nice, which I honestly is it nice? Yes, but at the end of the day, it's still a flying bacon. Let's not kid ourselves. Um, but how the hell can you say it's so cheap when it just doubled? If Apple stocks were to double in 3 months, are you gonna call them cheap? I mean, I guess you could, but
I think the other problem with that is, and I watched your video. It's a good video, actually. And apologies, I know you put it out like was it last week? And then I was meaning to watch it, and I didn't get around to. I watched it today. I think the other problem with calling something undervalued
you don't give a
is,
measure of value.
yeah, what is the measure of value? Like what are you valuing it
Yeah,
against? What metric are you applying that to in order to decide that it is undervalued? Undervalued in respect to what? How is this card the same as this card, and this card is at this price? So
yeah,
do you know what I mean? How are you
yeah.
coming to
One
that
one
conclusion?
method could be that just compare to cards and try to use some sort of fixed variable such as pull rates. Another
Yeah.
thing could just be pull rates. Be like,
Mm,
look, this card as this pull rate, the other card as that other pull rate. This is
mm,
tougher. This is undervalued because it's tougher to pull. Which obviously you're missing out of a lot of variables, but that's one way to do it.
yeah.
I guess the YouTube way to do it is it's undervalued because it's a nice artwork. I like it, so other people could like it, and that's my opinion. Which I mean, let's be honest, it's actually
Yeah.
possible. I mean, but
I mean,
yeah,
this is what happened with me and Pokeos as well, right? I made a critique on his, and I have nothing against him. I'm sure he's a fantastic, lovely person. And my that was my qualm as well. It's like when you're making like statements on value in relation to what, right? And
yeah,
what you said is actually is very, very interesting because like if you wanted to do a very basic analysis of whether something is overvalued or undervalued, the best way to do it, especially when it comes to singles, would be to look at the pull rates.
yeah, that's one
That's
way to do it.
the easiest single way to do it is we know that they're both and they let's say they're same pull rates and also similar kind of art. So if you've got an alt art from Sword and Shield and you've got an alt art from Sword and Shield and they're from two separate sets, if they've got similar pull rates, there's going to be some deviations. A bit of you can allow for a bit of deviation in
Yeah,
that analysis. To say that we can plus minus a few percent on both ends, but they're roughly the same. They're both alt arts, and this art is worth this much, and this is worth way less. So we can say it's undervalued, or it's more and it's overvalued. Now, like I said, there's many other variables that could be applied that the average person is just not going to apply or think about because we're talking about shiny cardboard here ultimately. But I think that would be a better way to do it than to say, I think, like you said, it's entertainment, isn't it? I think the artwork is great, the artist is amazing, this is from this set, and the other set is like this and it's valued at that, so that's the reason why. But yeah,
yeah,
no, you're right, I agree with you, bro.
yeah. But yeah, I
That's why
mean, at
it's
the end of the, I, this time away that I took from the channel because I was busy, I just realized I'm just gonna do videos. I'm gonna keep them simple. I'll try to make some reaction videos because I like them. I think I was being respectful. I was just trying to be sarcastic when possible. I finally put some memes on my videos. Believe
I
that.
like that.
I
I
was
saw that. I saw
I
that,
was
bro. What?
I was terrified because I don't want to get like a copyright strike or something. I don't want to get sued. Yeah, I'm just a boy. I'm scared. I don't want to get into trouble.
I
But
think with the memes, bro. I think you should be okay. Like I have them in pretty much most of my videos,
yeah,
and I think it's fine. Especially
and
if
then
you're using CapCut and stuff like that. Those
yeah,
those memes are already. I don't know what you're using for editing, but like I generally just CapCut. I just record on my phone, unscripted.
mhm,
Most of the time, I have an idea about what I want to talk about. If there is anything that's like where I'm talking about prices or any stats, then I'll write them down and I'll refer to them. But it's unscripted, recorded on my phone and straight on CapCut. But those you should be fine, bro. I don't think you'd have
yeah,
a problem
yeah.
with having a
I
few
mean,
short memes.
most of my, I mean, pretty much my videos, all my videos are unscripted. Thing is, I got to do some editing because sometimes I forget words because there's always this language barrier. But sometimes
Mm.
I forget words, so I'm like 10 seconds just silent because I'm trying to come up with a word. But yeah,
By the way, you're frozen again. Just letting you know.
am I? Oh, really? What's wrong with it?
I checked YouTube and you're frozen on YouTube as well.
Yeah, I can see that now. That's weird.
At first, I thought it was me. What
Well, it's.
is?
I think it's a sign we gotta end it soon.
Oh
Still
man, I was having
frozen.
so much fun.
Well, I don't know what it because. Wait, let me see. Could it be my phone?
Are you on your phone?
I mean, my camera is my phone.
Okay. Is your phone overheating? Just feel the back of it. It could be that. You're back now, by the
Uh,
way.
Yeah, yeah.
You're back.
Awesome,
You're back. Yeah.
awesome. Sorry.
No, we can wrap it up. Let's do another 5-10 minutes, and then we can wrap it
Yeah,
up.
just then I was what was it good? Oh yeah, I mean, and then I can potentially my next title is going to be mathematician reacts to Pokemon investing advice. I'll be able to say that
That's pretty
finally.
good, man. That's pretty good. That's pretty damn good.
Uh, but uh, but yeah, something there's some. I the thing is, I also don't want to like
Barra, are you gonna do a hit piece on me at some point? That's the question.
possible. I just man, if you did dip into some pretty popular YouTubers on the investing space and you look at older videos, man, I've got plenty.
Oh
I
man,
got plenty.
I'm not popular enough yet. Okay, cool. I need to get to at least 1,000 subs
Yeah, but I mean that's
before.
the thing. Like I made that video because I saw that video. It could have been anyone. It could have been someone with 100 subs. I don't care. I want to. I don't want to say judge, but I want to review the content.
And I think it was a fair criticism. I
Yeah,
wouldn't even call it a criticism. I'd call it a critique of his method more than him as a person. The unfortunate reality is, when you come into the space, I've done it with a few creators, and when I've looked at their investing advice, I don't have a problem with them. And you don't. It's very clear that you don't have a problem with them either. You just are critiquing the method, or the data behind, or how they're looking at data to come to conclusions. It's not the person that's the issue. It's not the individual. It's what they're presenting to the audience that's the issue.
yeah,
But I
kind of.
think this is lost a lot on the YouTube, on the platform. A lot of people get very triggered very quickly, and I think the more you grow, um, you will find it a lot more happening as well. Because the thing is, I'll be honest with you, Barrett. Like, and I'm not saying I'm as smart as you, because obviously I'm not a mathematician. I'm quite well educated. I've got a very good education, but most people, unfortunately, are not here to listen to people like us, especially when we were talking about stats, figures, financial models, how to objectively look at things. A lot of people are here just for subjectivity, for sound bites, and to hear you know nice things. They're here for entertainment more than they are for information. And I'm sorry, that's the reason why um, this tends to happen. Are you still here, by the way? I can't hear you.
I am, but I think I see
You're
myself on
frozen again.
YouTube. I think I froze. So I think this is a sign.
All right, bro. We can
Sorry,
uh, we
man.
can call it a night. I think Promptu
Yeah,
also said he's
yeah,
out.
it's going.
So,
Yeah.
oh,
I
you're
mean,
back. You're back.
I don't think. Oh wait, I think
Yep.
yeah. Just
Yeah, you're back.
yeah. But yeah, I think it's time because my technical devices are telling me it's time to go.
They're
Apparently.
saying wrap it up. But no, bro, you keep doing what you're doing, man. It's very good. I'm enjoying the content. I think it's very valuable, and it's valuable to the people it needs to be valuable to. Right?
Yeah, I mean, there were on that particular video. There's some comments, just a couple of like people saying this wasn't necessary. Like, I mean, and I don't know what's happening lately. Like, my videos have a good click rate, but they won't get shown to a lot of people.
Mm,
So, like, that video has a 10% click rate, which is pretty good for my standards.
yeah, 10% is not bad. That's higher than usually mine are. Although
Yeah,
some of my more recent videos have been getting about 30% click through rate, but they're
that's a
they're
lot.
they're drama videos, so they're
So,
not really.
I guess
Yeah.
gotta go with drama. Yeah, but I always try to be respectful. I
No,
just
bro.
review.
If for what it's worth, I think that was a fair review. I don't think it was unkind. I don't think it was. Um, I don't think it was terrible. You weren't rude or disrespectful. I think you were quite respectful in your analysis, and yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine, bro. You're entitled to do that, and you weren't making up stuff out of the air. It was
yeah, yeah.
objectively, you objectively critiqued it. So yeah, it was a good video, man. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy
time
it. I
for
liked
more
your video about supply and demand today as well. That was pretty good.
on the current zenith.
Yeah, on Crown Zenith. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was I short, straight to the point, showing the data, showing what's happening in the European market,
Yeah,
and
that's what
apparently,
you gotta do.
I mean, think about how much current zenith was printed. Like everyone was talking, it was so cheap. It's up. Is it going to happen again with our sets? We don't know. Could it happen? Yes. That's one thing people don't understand, and that's because people mistake probability with statistics. Statistic is basically applied probability. So probability is theory. Probability is just on paper.
Hmm.
I think I froze. So that's me. I don't gotta go talk my yeah. Just wrap it up, man.
All right,
Just
bro. Man, it was good talking to you. I'll send you a text during the week, and then let's try and get something in the next couple of weeks. If let's aim for once every 2 weeks. If we can't, then we'll try
yeah,
once a month at
sure,
least. Yeah.
sure with me. Yeah, sure. I should be less busy now.
All right,
So
bro.
yeah,
That's
I love
brilliant.
to.
Same.
I love.
Likewise. All right, man. Look
Thanks
after
for your
yourself.
time, man.
No, thank you too, bro. Thanks for bringing me on. I'll speak to you soon.
I'll see
Ciao.
you. Have a good one.
Ciao. See you. Bye bye.